guys, welcome to the Bay City's Construction Show. We have a brand new episode today. We're going to be talking about the recap of the KBIS show 2023 in Las Vegas. We're going to talk about the current trends that are going to affect your remodel this year for your kitchen or bathroom. And we're going to talk about some of the really cool products that we came across in the show. So guys, let's get into it. We have a really cool show, lots of information to cover. And like always, if you haven't done so already, please make sure you like and subscribe. Hit that little bell so you get a notification when we are posting new content. So tonight's episode, we're going to be talking about the KBIS. We're going to be covering the top 10 trends that we saw at the KBIS show. And the theme is Made in America is back. And of course, like always, we have our little Alex Trivia Corner, and it's just a little fun stuff with our little fun giveaways. So guys, let's get into it. We got a lot of stuff to cover here. So KBIS, what is the KBIS? KBIS is the kitchen and bathroom industry show. And they have it every year. It goes back and forth between Orlando, Florida, and Las Vegas. This year, it was in Vegas. And the show's first ever debut was in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania back in 1962. So let's get into it, guys. I want to really share some of the stuff that we found. So like every year, the biggest booth, the biggest, baddest booth is the Kohler booth. And Kohler they always put together something really kind of fun. This year, they had a write-in contest or write-in event where they're going to bring back one of the 6 historically epic retro vintage colors. Actually, they're bringing back 2. So in the booth, they had the toilets and the original colors laid out, and that was a big thing. Like there was a lot of people in that booth. It was, standing room only at one point there. The other booth that we found that was really cool is the Schluter booth. Now, you may know the Schluters as the edge caps for tile that tile dies into, but Schluter actually has an entire waterproof system that is an underlayment for tile installation. So we'll get into that a little bit. But we had a lot of really fun and informative sessions with various vendors. This was actually the picture I'm in here with next to this door. For those of you that are thinking about doing a full extension door, Lanai Doors, they're here in Anaheim. They manufacture these in California, you guys. And it has a screen and a sunshade. And it's an accordion door, so a full extension door. You can go 16 feet, no problem. You can obviously go 12 feet. And the cool part about this door is that part of it is accordion and the other part is a man door. So really neat door, great product. And we'll get into a little bit more of that. And then we got a VIP tour of House of Roll. That is the British manufacturer of these really amazing, beautiful, and elegant faucets. All right, let's get into it. Let's start with top 10 trends at the KBIS. Number 1. Guys, the bling is back. I never thought after 1989 that we would get gold back. But instead of polished brass, we've got brushed gold. So gold is back in a big way. It's back in the faucet finishes. It's back in the knobs. It's even embedded in some of the tiles, as you'll see. So gold and kind of a brush brass bronze type of deal. It's back in a big way. So you can see it's shiny gold in the Toto gold faucets on the right, or on the left, that's a Kohler faucet with some of their new sinks right here. Super nice stuff, super nice. Hey, this stuff looks really elegant. You think it looks a little bit too trendy and too kind of tacky. Not at all. And look, talk about a very bold kitchen. This was at the Moen booth, and the Moen booth had a very nice booth. They went all out, man. This is a very flashy setup. You got 2-tone cabinets. You got big knobs. That's the other thing, big knobs everywhere, and they're gold, brushed gold, that is. And they got 2-tone. You got a white top. You got a kind of a wood face bottom. By the way, if you like this look, By all means, send us a DM or a text directly, because we can get you these cabinets custom made here in LA to match probably 100 different configurations. The other cool feature about this image here is the GE appliances. This is the cafe model. We're going to get into it a little bit more later, but I got to tell you that as far as an appliance, we don't sell appliances, but the trend GE rolled out with some amazing color appliances. You don't have to go stainless steel anymore. The world is expanding before your eyes, folks. Okay, number 2, workstation sinks. Your sink is no longer the trough of your family's dirty dishes. The sink is now a working piece of the kitchen. So used for trimmings, dealing with hot pots, really cool type of organizers. You've always had some type of a cutting board over the sink, but there's finishes and these little hardware pieces here that are definitely new to the game. And they, if you like one solid big basin, this goes really well with it. So a lot of really cool accessories for the sink. That's definitely a new trend. This is a sink by roll. This is actually a fire clay workstation sink. Another example of what I'm talking about on the high end, on the beautiful stuff. You get a really nice butcher block setup. The sink is very thick and it just has a nice depth to it, because it's not a metal sink. So the water, when it hits it, it doesn't make that kind of metallic clanking sound. Really nice little setup. Anyway, you can do your own little research on this. This is called the, oh man, I'm going to butcher this. This is the Aaliyah. It's pretty close. But you look at fire clay sinks roll Aaliyah, and you'll see they have some really nice colors, really nice setups. Notice here, there's a little bit of depth to it. This has kind of like a second stage. So if you want to wash your greens and let them drip dry, you don't have to do it on the counter anymore. This definitely allows the water to, you can wash them, chop them, and let them dry out there before you mix them in a salad. Again, this is along the theme of going to a workstation, turning the sink into a workstation. Now, if you guys have a house here in the South Bay where you have a galley kitchen and you're kind of short on countertop space, this is a great idea, guys. I mean, the sink is 32, the sink cabinet's about 36 inches wide. Your sinks are about like 32-ish, 30 inches wide. And now if you could use half of that space, 18 inches of workspace that you can use to dry your stuff and use as a cutting board, I think this is a really good way to optimize your workspace. All right, number three is long cabinet pulls. I haven't really seen anything like this ever, and I've been doing this for a little bit over 20 years now. I mean, they're going big, guys, big. And not only on the drawers or the doors, respectively, like on both. So it's a endless selection. Some of these we saw have really nice stuff. They have like embedded glass in them. There's definitely the gold ones. There's some twisted iron. Really cool stuff out there. This is, I think, from Atlas Hardware, at the Atlas Hardware booth. And they had amazing stuff. Top Knobs was there also. This is from the Top Knobs website, right? So look, this is what I'm talking about, guys. They're doing full size. I've never seen a thing like a pull like that. Now I got to tell you something. For those of you that maybe kind of poo-pooing this a little bit, like it's too much. If you have arthritic hands, or if you've got little people in your house, the big knobs make it real easy to open and give you some leverage. In some cases, you can use both hands, to pull out, depending on how bad your arthritis is. But you combined this pull with some very nice Blum hardware, and you're going to get phenomenal operation out of the cabinets. So number 4, this is new. This is definitely new and kind of taken to the next degree. So the Cafe series of appliances by GE, they have a partnership with Kohler collaborating, and their finishes are identical. So the faucet finishes that Kohler is making are an identical finish with the hardware on the doors of the GE appliances. And man, the different options are really nice. Kohler also made some faucets that have the same color, so it's pretty cool. In this picture, you got Wendy showing off one of the cafe ovens. So this is actually kind of a cool deal, because when the doors open, you can operate it with one door, with one hand, and both doors open. So the doors are linked with a chain inside. So when you pull one of them open, they both open. And the real neat thing is that you don't have to hover over, like traditionally the door opens from, it's hinged on the bottom, so it opens from top to bottom. So the door's in your way. So if you've got a big turkey or something heavy you want to get into the oven, the door's in your way. Not this scenario here. So this little barn door action setup is tip top. And if you notice, the gold hardware on the Cafe series, it's beautiful. It looks really nice. They kind of went a little bit over the top of this display. You know, they put the little gold medallions and stuff so people can get attention. But look, guys, the refrigerator is white. It's a white enamel finish. It looks really nice. And you couple that with the hardware, I think it's a winner. I really do like it. What you're looking at here is one of the GE cafe appliances, and Dave is a VP of marketing at GE, and he gave us a full walkthrough on this. We have some video that we'll share with you later. Really nice, insightful. This is a very impressive refrigerator. The color looks really nice. I mean, exceptionally nice. And there's a bunch of different colors. You don't have to go with white, but I think the white looks great. I'd like to hear what your comments are. Go ahead and post them below if you haven't done so already. Number five is the smart stuff. So in this case, this is over at the Kohler booth, I remember, and this is basically touchless faucets where there's a pattern of how you wave your hand in front of the faucet, and it turns on, turns off, sprays. It actually also works verbally. You can tell it how much water to pour. Like if you're making coffee and you want to fill the tea kettle, you could say, oh, I need 6 cups of water or 5 cups of water, and it'll pour that volume of water. So really kind of cool stuff. I think it's in the infancy stage. I think there's more to come, but if you have members in your house that have some kind of a disability and stuff, or I think this is the future, and it's a little glimpse of the future, and it sure looks fun. At the Moen booth, Dan demonstrated how to turn on and off the water by basically waving back and forth and the series of movements that activate the faucet. Okay, number 6, appliance colors as a theme, as a trend. We've never really had that. There was probably 3 or 4 different manufacturers that have a whole palette of different colors, and GE is definitely one of them. Honestly, in a bunch of different booths, these GE cafe appliances were displayed in different colors. So I think that they scored with this configuration. This is some examples of the cafe on the right, but the other one, this is True. What was the name of that brand? True what? True Refrigeration. True Refrigeration. The inside of that was really impressive. Had kind of a nice stainless steel look. A lot of lighting inside. Very nice configuration for storage. And they're built-ins, right? So you have true space on the inside. The motor mechanisms are above, so you get a nice depth, counter depth refrigerator freezer combo, or you can actually buy one big freezer and one big refrigerator. And then on the right, the cafe, the green one, you can see, it's a very vibrant color. It pops really nice with the gold. So color on the appliances is definitely the theme to consider. And again, here's Wendy at the refrigeration booth, and you can see the different colors for the main box of the appliance, and then the different colors of the hardware. So pretty nice stuff. The automotive grade really had some depth and color on the paint. Pretty cool stuff. Number 7, single handle faucets. Hey, single handle faucets are not new, but the combination of the way that the neck sweeps and the color and the knobs definitely are setting a new trend for 2023. This is the Kohler booth. Again, another part of the Kohler booth. It was enormous. They basically went crazy bold. They're like, hey, listen, we're just going to put one of these different faucets, different color, in one of these boxes, and we're going to light it up. And you take a look at it like if it's a museum piece. At first I thought, well, I don't know about this display, but in retrospect, if you want to just look at the faucet for what it is and not be distracted by the countertops and the stone and the appliances and all that good stuff, this is actually a really nice way to lay it out where you could take a close look under good lighting and see all the different little details of the individual faucets. So Kohler did, I think, an outstanding job in setting up these wall displays. This is the little lineup for Brizo and Delta. Again, these are all kitchen faucets. The little spring action, kind of mimicking a commercial faucet, is back. The jets are very nice on these. You can see the buttons on the knobs, the buttons on the shower head, and they have their little multifunction. They definitely unclick from the holder, and you can use it to rinse out the sink, use it to rinse out big pots. Very nice faucets. And again, these are all single hole faucets. This was another really kind of cool booth that had some single hole faucets, single handle faucets. And they had a really neat matching, they manufacture the sinks. So really cool shapes, different heights, different ways of mounting. On the right, you can see all the undermounted sinks, and you can see they have very unusual shapes. So it looks pretty cool. You can definitely mix and match your faucet and your sink setup. Number 8, antibacterial tile. I don't know how many times over the last 20 years many of you homeowners have come to me and said, hey, I don't like grout lines. I don't want the mold. I don't want the stuff that grows on that tile. And the way that we've gotten around that is by going with a larger format tile. But these little tiles here, well, they're probably a medium-sized tile, medium to smaller size tile. They have a microban finish on them. And there's a special grout that Dell makes that helps keep down the bacteria level and the growth of mold on there. So now this is an example, right? These are dimensional tiles. So you got a mosaic set up here in the darker green blue, and then you've got a kind of a tinier tile. But they have this finish on a bunch of different tiles, and they're the only ones that make that. So if you have concerns about allergies and that type of stuff, and you want to, or if you're going to use this tile in something that's wet all the time, like let's say a steam shower, I think that this type of tile is a really good pick for that. So kudos to Dell Tile for making that. And this is Tony he gave us a VIP tour of his booth, and a really shout out to him for helping us out with that. That's Tony from Dell Tile. Here's another shot of the Miramo collection. I tell you, this tile was really pretty, had a lot of depth to it, and I think would make a great backsplash, would make a great accent tile wall. Obviously, if you have a steam room or a sauna, I would definitely consider this material there. And they had in different shapes, so pretty nice stuff. You can see how a tile that has different colors like that makes a very nice backsplash or accent wall setup. Number 9, engineered floors, guys. We have been in an ocean of SPC over the last 2 years. SPC floors, those plastic floors everywhere, and for good reason. They're very inexpensive, but engineered wood floors are back. That would be trend number 9. And I'm really excited to share with you some of the stuff that we found from our friends at Urban Floor. The herringbone, these planks put in a herringbone pattern, looks super nice. Obviously, you can lay them in line like they are here, or you can lay them in herringbone like they are on this wall. You can use them for a wall accent. You can use them on the floor. Very nice setup. Different colors also. Have a very good ranging in colors. The chevrons look pretty nice too. We got a nice picture here of this is the herringbone. I really love this picture. If you've got dogs, guys, and you're worried about dogs scratching the floor, a herringbone pattern will help hide those types of scratches. A lot of this natural wood, you can also rub a little bit of oil to get rid of the scuffs. Very nice option. Instead of using SPC floors, we're hoping to install these flooring in some of the houses this year. So consider engineered flooring. This is the chevron pattern that I was telling you about before. You can see it's just a nice looking pattern. Breaks up any scratching, any wearing on the floor by the way that it's laid out. So, all right, guys, number 10, gold accented tile. Now in this picture, it's gold accented tile and geometric shaped tiles. I've been a big fan of geometric shaped tiles for a long time, and more so now that there's a little bit of gold. So these are Luxor Royal Link and Luxor Kona Gold. I believe, what is this, the MSI collection? This is the MSI collection. Yeah, it looks familiar. Now look how this was used as a backsplash accent wall in this kitchen. This is from the MSI website. As they're promoting these geometric shape. Now, MSI has had geometric shaped tile probably for about 3 or 4 years now. They've got some nice hand painted stuff, but this year the gold is in a big way.
That's right. They have an entire series that they're calling the Golden Hour collection that features golds and accents and gold tones.
I think it's exciting. I think it's a very nice look. Especially if you're going for like an elegant beach look down here in the South Bay, in Redondo or Manhattan Beach or Santa Monica, PV. If you want a nice, elegant, clean look, I don't think you can go wrong. I think you should consider this. Now, the one thing that I want you to keep in mind is if you use a tile like this, you want to keep your peripheral stuff simple. Like you could see that they have a solid color cabinet here. And the idea is that your eye is drawn to the tile itself, right? Like that's where you want all of the attention. So you're going to get, a more modest colored countertop, and not have a whole lot of busyness happening in the countertop and the cabinets. But I think if you look, the world, guys, is bigger than subway tile, right? Like 90% of people talk about a subway tile backsplash. For Christ's sake, consider something different. This is a very nice thing that adds depth to the room, adds different shades. You can draw from the different colors in there and pick a wall color, a wall paint color to match and to complement this. I think that it gives you a very nice design possibility. So consider that. Guys, Made in America is back. Del Tile Mohawk plant in Tennessee, one of 9 facilities here in the United States making tile and carpeting and flooring. Go Tennessee. Man, I got to tell you something. The last 2 years have definitely showed us that we need a strong supply chain. And it's really awesome to see the employees here in North America and in the U.S. and Mexico contribute to that and stabilize the availability of really high quality products. So kudos to the GE folks and the folks at Del Tile and these other domestic manufacturers. So True Appliances is also making. True Appliances also, they opened up a plant in Missouri, and again they make the refrigerators and some of the other freezers, standalone freezers and refrigerators. Super nice stuff. This is their plant in Missouri. Definitely the last 2 years has been rough with some of the supply chain issues and the disruptions, and it's awesome to see many of these manufacturers come and repatriate these jobs. They're American jobs, high quality products made here in the U.S., lower carbon footprints because you're not shipping them from all over the world. So it's a good thing. It's a good trend, and we're happy and we're happy to support it and consume American-made products. Guys, it's Alex Trivia Corner with a cheesy trivia question that the winners always get a free cup of coffee from Pete's or Starbucks. So, before modern refrigerators, where did most people store perishable foods? A, the icebox. B, the cold box. C, the pantry. D, Yeti coolers. The first 5 to get this right get our gift cards. I think we got, what do we got? Starbucks cards. We got some
coffee bean gift cards.
Oh, some coffee bean gift cards. That's good. All right, guys. Let's see. Put in your responses, and remember, guys, this is part of the fun part of the show that keeps things light and happening. Questions.
Hey, Alex. Yeah, we certainly we've got some questions here from the audience. Somebody wants to know: have prices in remodeling stabilized?
Guys, some prices have stabilized. Unfortunately, they stabilized higher than before the pandemic, but they have stabilized. Lumber has stabilized. Sheet goods has stabilized, and I think in addition to the price, more importantly, it is the availability of a lot of the products. So, I think that the common products, the products that are in high demand, are definitely available and available, not only available to be ordered, but available to be shipped within a reasonable amount of time.
Somebody else wants to know, when can I see these trends in stores?
Great question. Many of these new products that we saw in KBIS are going to be available at the beginning of second quarter, and Wendy can give you a VIP tour of the different showrooms that we work with, and many of them already have some of these products that have shipped.
Right on. Somebody else wants to know, can the general public attend KBIS?
The general public can sneak into KBIS, and I think they often do, but it's not that easy. It's not that hard to get in. If you're a designer or a contractor or a retailer, it's kind of an industry show, right? So if you did want to sneak in, I think we can sneak in next year.
Somebody also wants to know, currently, what materials or finishes are hard to find, hard to source?
I think most materials that are commonly manufactured, not custom made stuff, are available. And honestly, by the second quarter, I think you'll be able to get just about everything. Historically, dishwashers and some refrigerators were extremely difficult to get. We went to the Miele booth and came across, some pretty amazing dishwashers there, and they're immediately, I think they're available to ship now. They've got a dishwasher that will do a full cycle cleaning in 6 minutes. These are machines that were made for like restaurants, or I guess the rep was telling me that they make them for wineries, so they'll clean out the glasses and have the glass spotless, ready to pour wine in 6 minutes. Pretty neat stuff. So we got to learn a lot about the new technology and the appliances, the new technology and the materials that go into your space. So we're really eager to share that information with you guys. So if you book an appointment with Wendy or I, we'll talk your ear off about it.
Another viewer says, "Hey, it looks like colored appliances are coming back. Should I ignore stainless steel appliances?"
I got to tell you, you should really consider ignoring stainless steel appliances. There's some really nice stuff there. And, this is not the avocado refrigerator of 1975. This is some really nice, well thought out and quality finish on the appliances. I think you should consider.
Somebody else wants to know, are digital control showers expensive to install?
Digital control showers are, well, define expensive. I think that they have their place. I think that if we set you up with a tankless water heater and maybe you're on the third floor or something, or you want to, we've built steam showers before where, let's say you have a larger size shower, maybe it's a 4 by 6 foot shower, which is very common in the master bathroom type size. But if we were to install a steam shower in there and you just want to kind of cool down and take it, have actual water drip on you, I think it's pretty neat to be able to do that really quickly with a touch of a button or eventually just by voice. So I think the future for that type of technology, it's one of those things that I think nobody knows that they want it until they see it, until they actually experience it and use it. That's my opinion about it.
Hey, somebody else wants to know, Alex, do you install or even recommend smart toilets or washlet seats?
We have installed a few smart toilets. They're in the $6,000-7,000 range. They're not cheap at all. But if you want to experience a clean and dry booty after you go potty, it's one of those things. I think if you like that, if you're into that type of thing, you'll always want that. It doesn't matter, how many houses you acquire or move to and from. It's kind of a neat thing to have your booty washed and dried, and especially if you're in a cold climate, the seats are warm when you sit down. It's not a cold toilet seat. There's nothing that'll wake you up in the middle of the night when you got to go use the restroom worse than a cold toilet seat when you sit down. So, these are luxury features, and it gives you a luxury experience.
Hey, somebody wants to know, why is it hard to find a good contractor these days?
Well, I think that the pandemic, so I think that many young people were going into the trades at a reduced rate, right, than ever before. And I'm really worried about what the next 10 years, 15 years are going to look like, because you need young people to come into this industry. And we certainly would love to train some young people to be project managers and even do some of the trades ourselves. But it's difficult because you have some new people that have very limited construction experience and got their contractor's license somehow. So you have to consider that this industry has a few different dynamics. You have a tradesman that is doing the work, doing the marketing, doing the bidding all themselves or with one other person. And that's kind of like the solopreneur type of tradesman. Then you've got people that don't know anything about construction. They can't build anything, but they want to allocate and find skilled people and try and manage them and mark up the labor, and they run a business like that. And then there's the third kind, which is where I fall into, where most of us in management have had a field job in construction. Casey worked as an electrician, and I think he's laid some tile and drywall. I started off as a painter. I did carpentry, finished carpentry, and some drywall work. And we grew up through the trades, from young men, from the time I was 18 years old. So and then Wendy has worked at a builder, helping people pick out the last finishes of the house when they delivered a new construction house. So I think that and I'm biased, but I say this because I know it to be true. I think that this is the best type of a team that you can have, because we have practical field experience. So when we give a customer advice on doing this or not doing this, it really comes from a place of direct knowledge, not from trying to ask a bunch of different people a bunch of different questions you don't know the answer to. So if you want to have a more experienced team to work, if you have a larger project that's more complicated, you should definitely look for a more experienced team. And it could be that the company hires these people as employees, right, that have a lot of experience. But it has become less and less of the norm. It's normally now just kind of solopreneurs that were employees and they want to try and start their own thing, which, it's admirable, but they're not really set up to do large projects because they don't have the manpower. Like we run 7-8 projects here at any given time, and they're in different phases of construction. So you need people with different skill sets. You need a team. Like one person can't handle all of it. They'd go crazy and everything would be in chaos. They'd be pulling their hair out. So, just consider that. Consider more when you're considering hiring a contractor. And we have a blog article that we wrote about this, and Brian can post it in the comments below. But consider that the larger your project is, and when I say large, I mean, let's say it's $80,000 plus. But if you have a $400,000 or $500,000 project, you better not hire a solopreneur. You're going to have a very negative experience. You need a lot of people on the team to be able to manage jobs like that. For us, our average size job is $300,000, and we have jobs that are in the $600,000 range, and we've done stuff that's in the $1 million range. But you need a team of folks that have direct knowledge about all the different tasks that need to be done, so it can be managed properly, and not only managed properly, but also executed properly. You have to have the right vendors to be able to execute on the project. So consider that.
Somebody else wants to know, hey, which product at KBIS just blew you away?
I really enjoyed the appliances and the colors of the appliances. I really found that to be super, super interesting. The technology on the tile, the microband technology, was really cool. The Schluter system for the underlayment of the tile. We have historically installed all of the tile on mortar beds. We made some contacts with some people that installed the Schluter system. So we're going to try that on a few jobs. I definitely see the value. You're going to cut about a week and a half of time and inspections. So call it 2 weeks. We're going to cut 2 weeks from let's say the job was a month and a half to do the bathroom, or 2 months. You're going to cut at least 2 weeks from that. So that's kind of cool, especially if the people need the bathroom back. And then the lanai doors, for those full extension doors over here in the South Bay, people want a full extension door to the backyard or to the ocean view. And those lanai door are probably the most technologically advanced doors that we've seen, with the integration of the sunshade versus for privacy, and the screen. Normally the doors, people really like the La Cantina doors until you leave it open and your house is full of bugs. And also, it's a pretty expensive door. So the lanai doors are less expensive. They're made locally. They even come in a triple pane setup. They meet Title 24. All of the challenges that those doors bring, they solved all of the peripheral problems with them. So there's also a very good clearance. It's a larger clearance. So we had a project where there was expansive soil, which means you get uplift. If you were to put a traditional door that only has an 1/8 of an inch clearance, that door may not close correctly in 6 months, which would be catastrophically bad. The lanai doors have a lot more adjustability on the pivot hinges, and that solves that problem. So that was probably my favorite find. Yeah, as far as the accordion full expansion doors, I really dig that, and I really enjoy playing with the appliances. I may have to buy myself some new appliances just to play with the cafe colors.
Sounds awesome. We got one last question here. Somebody wants to know, are city inspections and plan checks back to normal?
Yes, city inspections are back to normal. Plan checks are back to normal. Redondo is accepting plans again digitally. Actually, they're accepting them digitally now. They didn't do that before. RPV is accepting plans digitally only. And Torrance is accepting plans in person, and you can schedule some time to talk to your plan checker. So, yeah, I would say we're back. We're back to normal. We're back to pre-pandemic normal, for whatever that's worth. Well, guys, if you want to learn more about Bay Cities construction, please go to our website. Established in 2004, we've been building beautiful projects all over the South Bay, and we're a total one-stop shop deal. We can help you design it, come up with some plans, and build it out for you. Hey, you may have seen these signs all over town on PCH, on Hawthorne, and Inglewood. And if you send me a picture you just send me a picture of one of our billboards, you text it to me, or email it to alex@baycitiesconstruction.com. I'll give you 2 hours with Wendy for free. So you buy 10 hours with Wendy, I'll give you 2 hours. You buy 20 hours with Wendy, I'll give you 2 hours. We're all over the place, folks. Easy to find, easy to contract, easy to work with. Bay Cities Construction is your trusted contractor. If you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe and send us your comments. It makes the show a lot more fun. And if you didn't catch our previous episode, we covered Hans Grohe. We did an unboxing on one of the faucets that is now installed at one of the jobs. So we'll definitely look forward to a future video where we feature that faucet installed. So you can catch that on the replay on Facebook and on YouTube, and it's episode 58. Guys, like always, remember, you don't need a contractor. You need a team of pros, and Bay Cities Construction are your pros. We're dedicated to helping you out, solving complex problems, making your house beautiful. You dream it, we build it. That's our 2023 model. You've just watched another episode of the Bay Cities Construction Show. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for your support. Love you. Till the next one. My name's Alex Rodriguez, reminding you, you don't need a contractor. You need a team of pros.